bearded wizard.
Hurry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
But it's like a little...
Did one of your friends do it?
It's a wasp. It's a bearded wasp.
A bearded wasp. I need a picture of that.
Yes.
The bearded wasp. Alright, we're back with some more of The Last Story. We've been playing for close to 20 hours. How about that? All this adventure and it wasn't even 20 hours long.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Ys 8 is like 50 hours long.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how long that playthrough's gonna take?
Well, I mean, like, it took me a long time, but I also spent, like, a few hours in an area that took you, like, 20 minutes.
Still, like, we're closing in on episode 40 of The Last Story.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna complete Ys 8 in 40 parts.
Oh, no.
Unless they're like 2-hour-long
Yeah,
episodes.
absolutely not.
So, yeah, we'll take it how we get it, I guess. Alright, so there's Horace. What's new, Horace?
What's new, pussycat?
I was hoping you're... Yes! I just want a belt.
He was quaking in his boots through the whole affair.
Meredith. I'm glad you're doing okay.
Yes.
Come here, Bruce.
No, no, don't.
Come here, my son.
Just let him mwah by his own.
Well, he was, like, sleeping next to me.
Zale, urgent news.
Hi, Poppers.
The reptids nesting underground are getting violent.
Oh, great. Okay, so we've settled our quarrel with the Garak,
Okay.
but the Reptids are going out of control.
Are they coming out from the
Weren't they eradicated?
Yes,
Apparently not.
further than we thought.
We thought we eradicated them, but they've dug to places we've never seen before. Alright, let's go take care of some Reptids.
Do it now.
And again, keep in mind, this is all optional. Unlike my dog. He's mandatory.
He did that, like, I got up at, like, 4:30 this morning because my teeth woke me up. And so I went and I took some ibuprofen.
Mm-hmm.
And you shouldn't take ibuprofen on an empty stomach. It can give you, like, really bad acid reflux.
Yeah, don't do that.
Which I already have. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go downstairs.
How bad could it be?
Well, no. So I went downstairs and I had a cheese stick and a banana. And, you know, drank some water.
There you go. Better than nothing.
And I came back up and I laid down and I was trying not to wake you up. And then he just started hacking. And I was like, way to go, Wesker. Like, way to blow my cover.
Way to go, man. Way to go. All right, chapter 43, The Contaminated Cave.
Zale's surrounded by some light.
This ring's all lit up. What's going on?
Okay, so the ring that Horace gave us
What's with
is
this?
the light when all other lights fade away. May it guide you, Frodo Baggins.
Oh, you went straight to our personalities. You went straight to Lord of the Rings, and all I could think of was Dumbledore. Even in the darkest of dark.
I'm reading this book called The Dictionary of Tolkien. Mm-hmm. And in Tolkien's world, a Dumbledore is an angry insect.
Well, I mean, like, Dumbledore's name means bumblebee.
Interesting, okay.
Right. That's them
Well,
sorted.
how about that?
Only one way to the next room.
The more you know. Whereas I'm just expecting this large wasp. Hurry! Hurry! Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
With just a giant beard.
It's like giant bearded wizard.
Hurry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
But it's like a little...
Did one of your friends do it?
It's a wasp. It's a bearded wasp.
A bearded wasp. I need a picture of that.
Yes.
The bearded wasp. It doesn't even have to have like a human face, just like a bearded wasp.
The bearded wasp.
An elder of ancient times.
The bearded wasp. The Dumbledore. I used to do that whenever I worked at the craft store. I would just randomly draw flies everywhere.
Oh, we got the big boys. Flies. Why flies?
But it was an eyeball with wings.
Oh, okay. You're one of those.
And people would be like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's a fly." And they were like, "What?" And I'm like, "An F-L-E-Y-E, a fly." And they're like, "You're weird."
You're so weird. You have no idea. Okay, so even post-game, these guys hit like a truck. Good to know. Alright, we got Reptid Gladiators. We're gonna try to revive everybody. Maranya. And a 1, and a 2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on, Maranya. Oh, you gotta cast it. Sorry. Today, Maranya, today. There we go.
She was like, I'm gonna take my time and you're just gonna get what I give you. Okay.
I'm gonna get mauled is what I'm gonna get. Alright, Shadow Stitch worked. They're paralyzed. I think Big Bang only appears during the final boss. I don't think we can use Big Bang anymore.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, Uric special is back to Meteor. And he's wearing his eye patch again. I guess he doesn't want to nuke the entire area.
Yeah. I'm like, they've already all seen it. Just let it all hang out, bro.
Yep. Just let it happen. All the pretty lights. I can't see what I'm hitting. Alright, nice, nice.
Okay, guess we've cleaned this room out.
Or are you drawing it now?
Oh, I'm
I thought
drawing
you were
it.
I thought you were making a note.
No, I'm going for it.
Alrighty then. So
'Cause-
now we're soloing this commentary.
Well, no, I'm still like watching.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
tuning in.
Now, he's just saying he's
So if I observe walls, I can actually see if they're like secret walls. I can see through them before I activate them.
Oh.
So like I'll go into like the seeking mode
That lake should be
and I can see the doors when my reticle highlights over them. I wonder if that's the power of the ring.
The One Ring.
The one ring to rule them all. I'm definitely in a Tolkien mood as of late. Might have to watch those movies.
I would
Play
love
some video
to.
games.
I haven't actually seen all of the movies
The
in
whole
their
way through.
like in their entirety.
So would we see the theatrical cuts, the extended edition, just whatever we'd find?
Whatever wouldn't absolutely terrify me.
Because, like, I've seen both. What do you mean by terrify? Like, time-wise, or just...
So, like, because I know the movies are relatively long to begin
yeah.
with. So it's like, keep in mind where we watch movies, will I fall asleep? Because that's what's happened in the past. It's not that I didn't want to watch them. It's I've always watched movies, like, in bed, and I always fell asleep. And it's not because I didn't enjoy the movies. I
Right.
was just, like, trained that when you're in bed, you go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to look into it then. What do you puppers think? Or Fado? What do you think when we take the journey to Middle-earth
Can't sense it.
once again?
It's quiet.
Hang on.
Because, yeah, I definitely get a lot of vibes of, like, the Mines of Moria.
We're all right for one.
Definitely some Tolkien vibes with some of the architecture in this game. Alrighty. Operate. What's going on here?
Do wasps have 2 wings or 4 wings?
I want to say 4. They have like the 2 big ones and then like 2 small ones towards like the back. Oh shit!
Never seen that before.
We're flooding the area.
Pretty amazing.
Alrighty.
Don't sink, Seren.
I'm not gonna sink.
Oh, okay.
Nobody told me we'd be
We're gonna swim for that exit way up there.
builds these things.
No problem.
Some forgotten civilization.
That probably wasn't.
I gotta say, I love it.
He has the 1 ring and a wand.
Oh, that's really cool. Nice. Keep him around. We'll use him somewhere. I don't think he'll fit in O'Milo, but like, we'll use him.
The Dumbledore.
The Dumbledore. Dumbledore, the bearded wasp.
Wait.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy? Is he like someone who like
He's neutral.
just nags you and is just like, what do you want? I thought I told you to go on that side quest.
Soldiers.
Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
So many of them.
Wow, there really are tons. I can't
Okay. So now we just got Reptids as far as the eye can see.
Who can get the most?
No problem.
I ran out of room.
God. You are just adorable. Oh, shit. That wall blocked me from using my gale. For shame. There we go. Look at all these reptids.
You get a reptid. You get a reptid. I
So
honestly,
many sizes and moves, so many
forgot about
shapes
the
and
reptids.
sounds. Wait, what?
I forgot about the reptids.
Oh, yeah? They were like the initial enemy before the Garak appeared. They're just kind of like insects in a way. They don't have a culture. They're just kind of like, they swarm around
Yeah.
and they destroy.
I like remember them now, seeing them, but I've been so focused on the Garak. But I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. There were other species. Oh, and for anyone interested in watching, I did put the Dumbledore in Discord under Gaming Cats and Dogs.
Ah!
So,
All right then.
so if you'd like to
so you
take
have
a
that
look
little Easter egg to take a look at.
the Dumbledore. So while it's going to be probably, what, a couple of days to a week early.
Yeah.
Because we pre-recorded.
Yeah, people are
But
just going to see like a random bee.
they're going to be like, what the fuck is this
All
wasp
two of
with
our
a beard?
Discord users are going to be like, okay.
All right.
I'm sure there's
Especially,
a point
I
to
put
this.
it in with no context. Like, it's quite literally just a picture. I didn't think this through.
Well, glad to see the Discord active.
Well, in my head, I was just like, oh, I should do it now before I forget, because I'm a very forgetful person. And
Fair enough.
So I was like, okay, well, I have my phone. I just took a picture and plopped it in the Discord. And then I was like, wait a minute. This is not being recorded live. Like,
No, we are not streaming. This is post-commentary, just like the good old days. Not that I haven't tried live commentary. God knows I've tried,
yeah,
but
we did try.
the stress is too much. I've tried streaming live. I tried recording live. Sometimes it works. Most of the time it doesn't.
Well, we tried doing Kirby
Yes.
as a stream, and it just like,
And the audio tapped out 6 minutes in.
yeah. I'm wondering if we tried it with one mic, like we did with Origami King,
It's worth a shot.
if it would work.
If I'm going to try another stream, it's going to be with something like Cuphead. Or something we can both play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, thinking back, Kirby was something we could both play. So never mind.
we did, but we had both of our mics were set up.
We
didn't,
did?
Yeah, we didn't try to share one microphone.
Okay. We shall see. We shall see.
He's staring at me into my soul,
Well, it'll be okay. Eventually, these reptids are going to stop coming in.
smacking his lips.
We've gotten to the point now where the characters are like counting how many they killed. 36! 37! That still only counts as one!
What?
I mean, free XP, I'll say that much, but at this point of the game...
Yeah, like what's the point?
Well, what's the point? Well, for the secret bosses, of course. It makes the secret bosses easier, I guess. I don't know. I think there's also a lot of other side quests from like previous in the game that I could do at this point.
Okay.
If I wanted to. I don't want to. I'm ready to wrap up the last story. Like,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed my time. I'm
To
glad
me,
that
the,
for the
like-
most part I've changed your mind
Yeah.
compared to the
To me,
initial
the story is
impressions.
over, though. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like this would have been way better before the final boss because it's like the anticipation is over.
Okay.
So I'm almost like, why would me as the player kind of care that there's reptids in the basement?
Yeah, I
Like,
notice because like there's different kinds of players, and I notice you're more in the camp of like the credits are done. I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah. As soon as the
Whereas
credits
there's
roll,
some that are
I'm,
just like,
I'm tapped out.
well, I spent $60 on this. That's the credits. What else can I do?
Yeah.
And people just kind of like snoop around.
Whereas like that's fine. It's just not for me.
Okay.
I'm more of like, okay, I faced the final boss, like the actual final boss, and the story has wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to move on.
Because
So
in the case of Trials of Mana, you've seen Annis the Witch, but you only played up until the end of
Yeah.
your story. would
Well,
you yourself be
I
interested
did.
in facing Annis the
Well,
Witch?
I did start that. I found the book and then I ended up starting another game and I just never
Okay.
went back. But I did start that.
But knowing what you know now, would you want to go back, or would you rather start new
I
games?
would probably just start new games.
Okay. So that kind of stuff, just as a whole, doesn't really
Yeah,
appeal to
it's kind of like when it's over, I feel like it's over.
you. Okay.
You know,
When it's over, it's over.
it'd be one thing if like this
Can't
was
wait for this to
still-
be over.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing if it's still like wrapping up the story
Mm-hmm.
aspect, because that's what Ys did.
Right.
Like, I wasn't super thrilled that there was another final battle after the final battle, but it was a lot like I Am Setsuna, where it's like it's not a real battle,
right.
and it wraps up the story.
Okay.
So it lets you know like what happens to everyone,
Yeah.
versus
So, like, there's still that cutscene that wraps everything up. I'm just doing all the side content in
Yeah.
the epilogue before you get to that
Yeah.
actual ending.
I just feel like it's a really long epilogue.
It can be. It's entirely your choosing.
This is the problem.
So, like, I'm deliberately going and being like, oh,
Getting
these are
all
the
the-
quests that
yeah.
open up at the end of the game.
So this is what caused
Whereas you just talk to one character when they're rebuilding the city, and
Yeah.
that triggers the actual ending.
Okay,
So what I'm doing now is just doing all the stuff before I talk to that character.
gotcha.
And now we have pink lemonade water.
Can I get a straw? Ow. I had a tooth pulled.
Oh,
So-
that hurt.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I knew this place.
I thought you were just being silly. I'm like, why'd you say ow? Because it actually hurt.
Because it did genuinely hurt.
Disgusting. Ugh.
Oh, look at this. Secret stashes. The Reptids have been holding out on us.
All this treasure. Ruined.
I'm gonna kill off your whole species and then raid your...
We never had a key for this stuff anyway.
See?
Why worry?
All this treasure.
I know. Maybe we could use that.
All right, so we got to use the ring to find the
You might
key.
be right. No harm
Let's
in
see
trying.
here. Which one? Which one? Horse's ring. Oh, okay. So you can cycle between Horse's ring to find secrets or your arrows.
Okay.
And I believe this is the only dungeon where you can use Horse's ring. So it's like a extra little bonus of just like, hey, I guess we gotta keep rewarding the player. Here's a ring, so you can discover secrets. Although I wouldn't be surprised if you could go back to previous dungeons and also use the ring. Like if you
Probably.
skipped through
Yeah.
some like secrets and you went back and it's just like, oh, there was a chest here the whole time. Well, silly me.
Yeah. See, and that kind of stuff is interesting to me, but I'm like, why go back when, like, it's over?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of getting the stuff in the chest now? Like, your final bosses, you know, they're done.
So for me, it's just like,
It's
oh,
like-
well, if I ever play
Yeah.
this game again, I'll know that's
Yeah.
there.
It's like a completionist thing. But even like you said, when I play this game again, I'll know that's there. I feel like I'm the type of person I'm not going to necessarily replay.
Yeah, you've said that.
Because
quite
I'm
a
the
few
same with
times.
books. Like, there's literally, I can count on half of one hand the amount of books that I would reread. Because for the most part, once I read it, I'm done.
So you would never like play Ys on like a higher difficulty?
Probably not.
Okay. I was just curious if like a game you really
I
liked,
can
you'd
see.
revisit.
Well, I can see like with a large amount of time to be like, oh, I remember this, and then go back and play it again.
Okay.
But it's not like,
Every year I have
Yeah.
to pop in this
Yeah.
gem.
I wish
Gotcha.
it was like that with TV for me, but I will rewatch the same shows over and over and over and over again.
I've noticed. You're like that with TV and movies.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, Moana again. Here we go.
Yeah. I think it's like I'm less intrigued by TV than I am by like books.
Okay.
So for books, I'm like, I've already read this, and I have literally like 4,000 books in my to be read list. I should probably move on. Whereas
Okay.
TV, I'm like, I could start this new show, but why not watch Family Guy again?
Okay. Oh, wow.
Polluted water
Got
just
ourselves a
keeps
Pink
flooding
Kraken.
out of here.
So that's the source
Now
of the
we know
polluted water.
cause. Take it down.
The way they're moving, I'm like, I can dance if I want to.
down to my pool. Come on down to the Kraken's pool, yo. It's crack-a-lackin'.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I really, really, really want to make a gay club called the Pink Kraken now.
The Pink Kraken.
Come down to the Pink Kraken.
Come on down to the Pink Kraken, yo.
Seriously, when I was in like my bar phase of life,
Just look at the way they're all.
I know. When I was in my bar phase of life though, like
Hey, girl, let me grab you.
we would often go to like gay bars and they were so much fun. Like primarily because you didn't have like creepy men hitting on you all the time.
That's
like they
probably
were all gay. They were like, "Hey girl, I
That's
love
a
your
plus,
shoes."
yeah,
And you're
yep.
like, "Oh, this is awesome." Like
There's no like, can I buy you a feeling?
I know, like you didn't really have to worry about anyone roofing you. They weren't interested in you. You were just there to have a good time.
Having a good time, having a good time. No, you make a very good point.
Yeah.
No, this is the Berserk Kraken. He's a lot tougher than the previous Kraken. However, he is extremely weak to fire. So, oh shit. He's extremely powerful with thunder. He'll electrocute this water and you'll just... But see, if you can get Yurik to cast some good fire spells, look at the damage you're doing now. Especially because when I step into Yurik's circle, my sword is engulfed in flames!
Yes.
So we're gonna not do Glacier because that heals the boss. We learned that from last time.
Yeah.
We learn from our mistakes on Gaming Cats and Dogs.
Except for me. I will make the same mistake over and over and over again and just get more and more angry. Why
So to
isn't
go
it
back to my
working?
previous point, is it because I have so many games that like if I only had 5 games to my name, would you be more inclined to be like, well, I guess I'll replay this one? Or would you seek out and be like, let's buy another game?
I would probably seek out and be like, let's buy another game.
Okay. Because I haven't
But it's
played the last
also-
story since like 2012 or something, so it's been a while.
Yeah. But it's also like keeping in mind that like just how you're not a huge reader.
Yeah.
Like you read books that you like, but you know, you have a handful of books and those are the books you like. That's how I am with games. Like
Yes.
you enjoy reading. I enjoy playing games. But it's like it's my okay, I finished everything I have to do. I can play a game. It's more like my reward
Correct.
from getting things done. Similar to how reading is for you. It's like if you've accomplished what you wanted to accomplish, you don't feel bad sitting down to read.
Yeah.
Whereas I am like, oh my god, my reading list is growing. Like I need to finish this book.
Yeah.
But it's also like I'll see a book that I really like and I'll start to read it, and then a new one comes out that I'm like, oh, I have to read that one. So I like have to power through the first one to like get to the next one.
Oh, overkill. Way to go, Yurik. We're having calamari tonight.
Ew, pink calamari.
All right, and we also got the Ancient Alloy. To be honest, I'm not too sure what that does. Alrighty, so that's the end of that quest. Now we can go back to Horus and tell the guard, the Reptids are gone, and so is the giant Pink Kraken. There was a Pink Kraken.
They're like, we don't want to talk about it.
We don't want to talk about the Pink Kraken.
Weird things happened.
And as a precaution,
Now I'm picturing this Kraken is like when it has Zale and like Yurik, it's just like, hello, Yurik.
I know, like
My
like
name
playing
is
with
Zale."
playing with them like
playing
they're
with the
dolls.
Reminds me.
I'm here alone with all the Reptids. They smell bad. Dooper dooper
Don't worry, I'll save you.
Don't worry about Dagger. I secretly love you, Gale.
Yep. It's just a small child playing with dolls. Meanwhile, they're like, we're dying, and it's like,
This is so fun. Ouch! He hit me with a flaming sword. That's not very nice.
throws them in the corner.
Go
Time
get 'em,
out
girls.
for you. There are some moments where I really wish you guys could see us.
Few and far between.
Few and far between, but there's just some moments where I'm like, yeah, that would have been much funnier for everyone if you could see.
You'd see a lot of, wow, these people are very awkward.
Yeah,
And like cats just jumping on our lap and then jumping off.
yeah. And then me just like randomly just like
Dangerous.
gliding away.
Places full of monsters.
All right, so we're going to the memorial of Callista's parents. That's our next quest.
We can't let people's graves be a breeding ground for monsters.
And we're going to rid the graves of all the monsters that are festering there.
Plus, I've got some vows to make before your parents.
Vows?
Yeah. Our wedding vows.
All right, then. We're going to make our wedding vows.
Should we visit my parents' graves after we get married?
Your parents' ashes, or?
I know. Just go down to the river.
Where her parents lay at rest. To
And just be like,
experience
your mom's ashes are still in the kitchen, so I guess that means we'll just go home.
grounds of the House of Alba,
Hey there, you didn't know me that well.
ruined by
But,
cannibals. It had become an area fraught with danger, infested with monsters and demons.
the first time we met, my dog fell down the steps.
Oh God, that was so funny.
Oh, poor baby.
Poor Wesker.
Because I just looked right into his
Wesker
eyes, and
looked-
he's
he
like,
was just,
I
I hate
it here. Send me
He
home.
was like, I hate it here. And now he loves it here, with the exception of the steps. He just looked at me and groaned.
Yes, she's quite right, you know.
Here and support.
Alright, so we're just starting this quest off, but in the next episode, we're going to clear out all these monsters and display our wedding vows. So, in the next episode, we're either going to have a hanging
Or a wedding. Either way.
we're going to have a lot of fun, huh? See you then.
Toodles.
Toodles doodles.
Toodles, doodles.
I still remember flowers everywhere. This place used to be so beautiful.
That's probably why the Reptids ended up here. They love to hoard beautiful things. Today, we take this place back.
Thank you, Zale.
Well, looks like that's that. Are you okay, Callista?
I'm fine. Reptids get everywhere, don't they?
A good time to go into the Reptid extermination business. They're trying to ambush us.